In the dusty, gun-smoked streets of Tombstone, Arizona, one building stood out among the others. It wasn't because it was respectable, but because it absolutely wasn't. It was the Birdcage Theater, and in 1882 the New York Times hailed it as the roughest, bawdiest, and most wicked night spot between Basin Street and the Barbary Coast. While some establishments might have taken that as a slight, the Birdcage just said, "We sure are." It was a saloon, brothel, gambling den, and theater, all under one roof. A one-stop shop for the miners that came to the area for the silver rush. The cages that gave the theater its name hung above the saloon floor like gilded bird perches, where the painted ladies, aka sex workers, would entertain men. From their little sky boxes of fornication, they looked down and watched men drink, gamble, cuss, spit, and shoot at each other. Rival outlaw gangs didn't need an excuse to start blasting. Just a bad look across the table was sometimes all it took. 26 souls are said to have met their violent end inside those walls. But the most gruesome murder was that of Margarita, one of the theater's soiled doves, another euphemism used for the sex workers. Margarita had the misfortune of entertaining a client who already belonged to little Gertie the Gold Dollar, who was the diva of a rival brothel. When little Gertie found out Margarita was poaching her man, she did what any jealous queen of the night might do in 1880's Tombstone. She stabbed Margarita in the chest with a stiletto knife and, for dramatic flair, tried to carve out her heart. Despite eyewitnesses watching this deadly soap opera play out, Gertie wasn't convicted. And that's just because when authorities arrested her, she didn't have the knife on her person. Apparently in Tombstone, murder was fine as long as you still didn't have the weapon tucked in your garter. That bawdy heyday of the Birdcage was short-lived. The silver rush in Tombstone went bust after one of the mines flooded, and the miners moved on to the next town promising overnight riches. But that doesn't mean those who died at the theater ever left. Today, the Birdcage still echoes its bloody history. Workers at the theater have seen specters walking across the stage. Guests report the faint smell of cigar smoke curling through empty rooms, or they get a whiff of whiskey that no bartender poured. Phantom laughter drifts through the air, and sometimes old melodies can be heard from a piano that is no longer there. If you're curious, you can still visit the Birdcage. The theater offers tours, where you might feel the light brush of a hand on your shoulder, a cold breath on your neck, or hear the faint echo of an old piano cutting through the silence. And if you stand quietly enough, you might even catch a glimpse of Margarita, still looking to avenge her death.